Right, hi Annie, just going to show you the home gym session. What I'll do is I'll run through all the exercises because they're pretty important and show you how to do them, but I'll just run through once so you can just pause this at any point that you need to. So we'll get right onto it, warm up exercises. First one's knee hugs, and nice and simple, just pulling your knee up to your chest. Keep doing that until you've done both sides 5 times. Next one is the knee hug and then the forward lunge. So remember from when we did the movement screen, trying not to let your knee wobble. So it's really important. So we're starting to work on the mobility straight away in the warm up. So hug the knee, reach overhead, and then lunging down, and then coming back up again, and doing the other side. So if you can, if you've got a mirror, then, so my left knee I can see wobbling in the camera there. If you've got a mirror, then you could watch yourself. If not, just watch that knee. Okay, so next one is the inchworms with the walkout. So for this, I haven't got much space, but I'll start over here. You start legs nice and straight, walking the hands out until you're in the press up position, and then from here walk the hands out a little bit further. And that will just engage your core a little bit, and then walk the hands back, and you can walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. Keep the back straight, and you'll feel a stretch in the back of your legs. So we do 5 of those. Then next one's the frog walk with the twist. This is the one we practiced. So you're down in the press up position again. It doesn't matter if your bum's slightly up on this one. Step your foot to your hand and then take the opposite hand away and twist and look at the sky. And then step back. Really try and get a good twist, so make sure you're looking where you're twisting to, and try and loosen off that back a little bit. So next one, thoracic, next one is deep squat and grabbing the feet. So squatting like you practiced. Remember that bowl of water, so imagine your pelvis is like a bowl of water. You don't want the water to tip out forward or backwards. So feet, squat stance is your feet slightly turned out and slightly wider than your hips, and your hands can be in front, and we're going to squat down as low as you can manage. Feel that real stretch on the inside of your legs, and then we're going to reach down, grab your toes and pull down even more. Right, so you're really deep now, and then reach above the head, okay, and then stand up. We're going to repeat that 5 times. Next one is thoracic rotations. Nice and simple. On all 4s, hands underneath your shoulders, one hand on your head, tap your elbow against your elbow, and then twist as far as you can, point at the ceiling with your elbow, and keep going, and then repeat on the other side. And just keep repeating those ones. So next one is 10 times shoulder switches. Oh yeah, 10 times shoulder switches, yeah. Shoulder, I'm not actually sure what you call it, but basically we're going like that. 10 of these. Dynamic stretch in the shoulders. Right. Next one, so when you're doing that, try and get a bit more stretch each time from the motion. So the next one is plank walkout. So this is the same as when you did the inchworms, but we're just going to stay in the plank position, walk the hands out as far as you can manage, hold it, and then walk back in again. And the last one is grasshoppers. So you might need to give your wrists a bit of a stretch. And then in grasshoppers, so this is press up position, and your knee is going to come up to your elbow, then back down. And we're going to do 20, so that's 1, 2, 3, and so on until you've done 20. Alright? Okay, so that's the warm up done. Just take your time over it, try and get the mobility side of things nailed in that. And then we go into the main set. Okay, yeah, so for the first one, for the main set, I haven't got my stick with me, but you know, you get the grip right, so you're 90 degrees and up, and then we get the squat stance, and we're squatting down nice and deep, and back up. Right? So it's just all about strength and stability at the moment, so you're just trying to keep everything nice and level, going down as low as you can manage, then back up, keeping the arms behind your head, and then back up. Alright, weight going through the heels. So you've got 6 of those to do, and then we're going to do 2 perfect press ups. So one of the things, you've already worked on loads, keeping the body straight in different ways. 2 points that I added to that was the hand positioning. So ultimately we're going to have the elbows tucked in, but if you widen the hands, and that's going to make it slightly easier at first. So we'll go for a fairly wide hand position, and also try and use your shoulder blades. So you want your shoulder blades to kind of be doing that on the way down, and then when you push back up, that is going to kind of help. So we don't want to be quite arched over when you're in your press up position, but you do want your shoulders kind of pressed out a little bit. So we'll start in your comfortable position with the hands slightly wider. I'll show you this side actually. Okay, so shoulders pressed down towards the floor, and then as you go down, let those shoulder blades pin back, so you should feel them really pinning, so they're really squashing tight, and then you basically unpin your shoulders, so it's like additional muscle groups working to help you do that press up as well. Okay, so then we're on to the kettlebell complex. So try and do these without stopping. The first one is the swings. So all holding it in one hand, through the legs, up to horizontal, snapping the hips. So snap the hips forwards. Okay, and then we're going to clean it and practice your squats weighted. Okay, and then when you've done 6 of those, military press. So if you go like that, that's kind of cheating it a little bit, but if you need to do that and push press, that's fine. But see if you can just punch the weight up to the sky. Punch straight up. Oh, that's hard. Do 6 of each and then do 6 on the other arm. After military press, we've got the snatch to do. So the snatch is like the swing. So you kind of start in like a hang position, with the legs kind of a soft bend in the knees, and we let the weight swing back a little bit, and then as it swings forwards, you snatch it up, and we finish like you did in the press. So you're sideways on. So we're starting there, legs fairly straight, and hold it, and then back down. So it's kind of like a compound exercise, putting them all together. And then you do the 6 of each on the other arm. And the last one is renegade rows. So these, you need your dumbbells. They can be fairly heavy. You're in your press up position again. And we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on until you've done 12. If you put your legs a bit wider, it gives you a bit more stability. So that's the first set, and we'll go through that 5 times, and that's your session done. Then foam roller for the cool down. Alright, cheers, hope that helps.